afternoon, guys. Yes, afternoon, because I've only just started. Welcome to Motorcycle Junkie. I'm Carl. This is my Huoniao, however the fuck you say it, 125, which we're going to tinker with today. I want to get the forks off. Before I start that, a couple of other things I just want to do. Shit everywhere. Fuck, it's hot. I might bring it outside. Inside, should I say. The Zontes. I don't know if I mentioned it on the last video, but I was having starting issues with it, and when I did get it running, it wasn't running very well. Off camera, pulled the carb apart, cleaned it up, rejetted it, put bigger jet in, and it seemed to be fine, absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pull that out and just do a quick cold start on it. Although it's fucking hot, so a cold start's hardly the word. But let me grab it. Right, fuel on. I did ring my MOT guy today, see when he could get me booked in for an MOT. Who the fuck's that? I thought it was someone coming around. Just got a recording saying I'm incredibly busy, leave a message and I'll come back to you. So I've left a message and so far he hasn't. But there you go, I suppose summer and all of that. Everybody wants motorbikes, don't they? Right, let's just see how easy this bad boy starts up. We'll try no choke for starters. Oh, that sounds much better. Right, that's no choke, so let's give it a bit of choke. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. It weren't starting that easy yesterday, so yeah. Anyway, on to the subject of today's video. So, if you've been following this one, it's a relatively new project, but if you have been following it, you'll know I've had the stator out. We're waiting for a new one to turn up. These forks are totally shot, absolutely fucked. They're beyond saving, unless in the highly unlikely event that sun's out, but actually, well, let's try it. I'll be very surprised if it does. Try one of these, these are quite fine. No, the chrome's gone. No, the chrome's gone. There is a trick you can do if you're absolutely completely screwed for forks and you're in this state where you sand them down with a series of progressively finer sandpapers, and then you fill in the rust pitting with araldite and sand again with progressive sandpapers, and you can get it so that you can't even feel the you can't even feel the rough spots. It is as smooth as the chrome. problem with doing that. A, it takes an awful long time. B, it's only ever a temporary fix, it will fail again. But yeah, it works as a get you out the shit one. Anyway, let me grab the keys to this and we're going to start pulling the forks off. It's too bloody hot though. Back soon. Right, first job, off with the caliper. What do you reckon that is, 17? No, I'm fucking useless at guessing sizes. 15? No. Well, it's got to be 14, isn't it? Oh, someone's used copper slip on there, which is nice of them. Oh, I thought we had someone at the front door. Must be hearing things. Right, caliper's off. I'm going to use these zip ties to tie that up out of the way. I think we can do a better job than bloody tape for cables clips. Right, hang on a minute. Let me just grab a Phillips because I need to undo the speedo cable as well. It's blazing hot and I could move the bike over to the shade, but the reason I'm not is because once the forks are off I'm not going to be able to move it, and this is where I want to store it. That's going to be fucking tight. Jesus Christ. That ain't coming off anytime soon. See what, I'll leave it connected. It'll come off when the wheel comes off, won't it? Which is my next job. Get that wheel nut off. 19? What do you reckon? I've even got a 19, yeah. Hey, you got one right. Oh, fucking asshole. Oh, fuck's sake. That is tight. They didn't want that coming undone, did they? Right. Get a little knife, cut that tape. Spacer. Put that on there so I don't lose it. Although there's some out there that will say I lost it a long time ago, and they're probably right. Okay. It's damn good tyre, that. Kinkstone whoever the fuck they are, some Chinese shite I think. Right, so that's not hanging on its pipe. We'll put these cable ties, or zip ties, as our American friends like to call them. Right, what can I hang that off? There's going to be something up here. Air valve? Yeah. That'll do. We'll just hang that up there. Okay. Right. Next. Now unfortunately the headlight is going to come off. The headlight bracket is slid over the forks, so the headlight's got to come off as well. Right, so what do we need to get that? Where the fucking hell's the bolt for that? It's not that tiny little thing, surely. Right, let's undo that little 10mm clip for starters. That's 10mm, wasn't it? Right, let me get a little knife and cut that tape as well. They really are in a piss poor state. Are the bolts missing? Do you know, I think the bolts are missing for the lower forks. Should they not go in there? Yeah. They're missing. Is it the same as a... No. Well, would you credit it? Who the bloody hell would have took them out? Anyway, the next thing I want to do is under the bottom of this fork is an Allen key, because these forks have got to be stripped down. You'll see why in a minute. I'm going to try and loosen that off now before I undo the clamp for the fork. But I'm just going to pop into my shed and see if I've got a bolt that'll fit that, because I'm hoping that the remains of the bolt isn't sheared off. Josh, if you're watching, mate, whoever took them bolts out potentially put your life in danger, because they do need clamping both ends. Anyway, let me see if I can find some bolts. Back soon. Right, that fortunately is just an M8, so that fits fine. We'll replace them and do it properly. But yeah, what a bunch of cowboys. Right, the Allen bolt, which I believe is an Allen bolt, under the bottom of them forks. I'm just putting that bar through. Oh, I can't, can I? You silly twat. I'll let you through there. Oh, I see we've got a sheared off bolt there for the that holds the mud guard on. I thought this was the right size, but clearly it's not. Well, clearly it is. Right, so I just need to get a ring spanner on the end of that. But yeah, the that sheared bolt there, look, so we're going to have to deal with that. I wish I could find a new set of forks. It would save so much work. But we can't. Well, we can, as I said on eBay, 150 quid. And I'm fucked if I'm giving some greedy bastard 150 quid for a bike. Forks off a bike that he probably paid 75 quid for. Right, let me get an adjustable. So hopefully we can hold that through an adjustable. Or a crescent wrench, as our American friends like to call it. I don't know why I keep saying that, because well, I might be wrong, but as far as I know, I have no American subscribers. If I'm wrong, drop me a comment down in the notes, in the comments. A comment in the comments. It's a novelty. Right. All I want to do is crack these off. I don't want to undo them. I just want to break them. Not break them. You know what I mean. Stop being pedantic. That's my job. Hang on, that's tighten, isn't it, you fucking muppet? Oh dear. Oh, I don't know. Amateurs, eh? Lefty light, lefty tighty, lefty loosey, whatever the fuck it is. Right, anyway, that's loose. Whatever the saying is, that's loose. So, I'll just crack this one off as well. Can I just hold that with my hand, do you think? Yes, they weren't actually that tight. Right, they're loose. Ask me how I know you've got to loosen them before we take the forks off. Wouldn't be anything to do with the fact that I've took them off before and only to realise that they're bastards to undo. No, I wouldn't do that, would I? Going up. Okay, right. Now we're going to crack that top bolt off. That's the only one holding the forks on. Bit overkill, but I can't be bothered to go and get an 1/2 inch spanner out of the shed. Right, that's loose. And I think it only has to be loose. I don't think we need to take it out. Right, is that going to move now? You fell over. What's wrong with you? You been on the sauce or something? God dear. Turned me back for 5 minutes and you lot falling asleep. Oh, you just can't get the help these days. It's coming. One knackered fork. Right, so I get the other side off, same way. And this is probably where the headlight falls off. That headlight should hopefully just sit there. Right, there we go. Forks removed. And what a shite state they are, eh? I'm saying they're beyond saving, but if I can't fix them or find some reasonably priced ones, saving them is what we might just have to do. But I have got a plan of action. Whether my plan of action will work, I don't know. Right, there we go. Forks removed. Let me move on to phase 2 of my plan. Back soon. Right guys, I've had a couple little look at these forks, and I suspect I'm probably got to rethink my plans. The black one obviously is a Zontes fork. Put that one to side for the minute. And the silver one is the knackered Huoniao, I'm never going to be able to say that word, the knackered fork. I was hoping initially to do a straight swap. I can't do that. So the next option was just to swap these tubes out. Now I don't think I can do that either. Let's look at the differences. If we line up the caliper mounting holes, you will see straight away that they're off. The other problem is that the distance between those two mudguard holes is wider on the Zontes fork. Okay, not a massive problem, they could be re-drilled. The Zontes fork has a smaller spindle. If you compare the two holes, you'll see the one on the HN125 is a lot different, a lot bigger. It's also got this this bracket here that holds the speedo drive in place. Also, the forks themselves are pretty much the same length, but if you were just changing the just like the uppers, the chrome bit, and we line those up, you can see straight away that that's a lot longer. So I think that's altogether, I think that's too much to deal with. There's too many changes and drilling, and it'll just turn into a bodge. So what are my options? China Parts Limited list these forks, £90 a pair. More than happy to pay that, but they haven't got any, they're out of stock. I have emailed them asking if there's any likelihood they're going to become in stock, but as a brand new pair is only 90 quid, you can see my reluctance to pay that robbing bastard of a bike breaker asking £150 for a set of second-hand ones, which are not great, I'll be honest with you. They're not brilliant, it's not as if they're in stunning condition even. They're just slightly better than what I've got. 150 quid. So the other option is to try my best to clean these up and see if I can get them to take a set of seals. I really don't think that's going to be viable, but given that that's a free to try option, I will have a go. But yeah, if anybody knows where I can get a set of these Huoniao forks, which is Lexmoto Vixen, they're identical. So if anybody knows where I can get a set of Lexmoto forks without having my arse ripped out for the price, I'm all ears. I'm in no rush, to be honest with you. I don't really need the bike, but it'd be nice to get it done. Anyway, I am going to have a go at cleaning them just to see how they turn out. If they come usable, I shall come back and show you the results. I mean, looking at those anyway, by that writing on the side, they're already, looks like they've come from a breaker in the first place anyway. I wonder if you bought them like that. I wonder if you got ripped off and bought them like that. I mean, they're bad. They really are. They're not good at all. Anyway, waffling. We'll turn the camera off for the time being. We'll catch you guys later. Cheers.